and I be the only one that be in there, be lifting. It's gonna be packed. Oh my gosh, bro. But no, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm doing, man. Deadlifting, trying to get that wild card for Sheffield. I need to learn how to spell it if I'm gonna put it in the title. But if I could do a deadlift with like 3.5, 4 times my body weight, yeah, man, I deserve that wild card more than Russell. Yeah, or he ain't messing with me. No, but all jokes aside, man, somebody got my spot, so I can't lift right there. This is where I left the most weight at. That's somebody else's weight, and they got like 275 on the bar, and they was getting it in. But you know how I go in the gym when it's packed, so you got to move over to the side. You feel me? So I got 135 pounds on the bar, and all jokes aside, like I said, Russell he's already making waves in the 93 kg. He was the king of the 83 kg. Me, I weigh like less than 80 kg. I'm like 70 something kg, right? So I can't compete. You know, I can compete. I'm just saying with that. I'm not saying that, but I am gaining weight, and I'm bringing myself back to my lifts. All right, that's 225. What I want to do today is at least above three times my body weight with no gloves, no straps, no chalk, no belt, no nothing, just raw. Mono y borrow. If I could do 3 or more times my body weight on the deadlift, that means my deadlift is still there. I'm not going for a total max. Me lifting in a public gym with people all around me is very difficult, but I'm gonna have to work on that if I want to compete, which I will do. That's what I'm training to do. I'm going back to my roots. All right, that's 405. What I just lifted before this was 315, and what I'm gonna do after this is 455. Then I was gonna do 495, but I went straight to 515 after the 455. And I'm just telling y'all the weights, so I won't have to keep saying them. And the reason I went straight to 515 instead of 495, I didn't want to gas myself out, and I wanted to make sure I at least got 3 times my body weight. How much do I weigh? I weigh 170. All right, give or take. Of course, sometimes I wake up in my 160s. Sometimes I wake up at 175. If I'm very full, had 3 or 4 cheat days in a row, I might be 177 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I was debating on whether I should put the 25s on there and do 455, or put the 45s on there and do 495. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to be safe with it. You know what I'm saying? I am out of my element, working out at a time that I don't working out where there's people, conversations going on, distractions. Not saying they purposely doing it. It's just, it's me. It's not them, it's me. All right, so 455 went up like it was nothing on the bar, easy weight, nothing on the bar, feel like, you know what I'm saying? So I went to 495, right? I took the 25s off, put another 45 on there. That's 5 plates on each side, right? 5 plates, 10 plates. If people that's beginners don't understand, when somebody says 5 plates or 2 plates, whatever they count the plates, they talk about how many is on each side. All right, so that's 5 plates. So I added also 10 pounds to each side. That's 21 pounds. So 495 plus 20, that's 515. I'm just kind of waiting for dude to put his stuff back. He ain't doing nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But I'm like, nah, man. When you feel ready, go. Regardless, go. Because a lot of times I get unready, and then I got to get back ready. And that was a lot heavier than it should have been, but it went up. So I was like, you know what? I'm going for a certain feel, and that was the feel. So deadlift was done. Let's go ahead and squat. And this is squat day 80 something, right? So let's do the math first. The 170 times 3 would have been 510. So 515 is more than 3 times my body weight, right? So also let's do 170 times 4 just to see what I should have been lifting. 680. Ain't no fucking way. One of these days though, when I put deadlift back on the front burner and I start using equipment and all that, so that's 165 pounds heavier than what I just lifted. That's doable. That's very doable. All right, it's coming. All right, so I'm gonna switch my place. People can't come from this way. They can come from that way though. So cause old girl had left from that spot right there. So it's my turn to shine in my spot. But if I was deadlifting here, I'd have done a lot more. So my goal is to have 3 reds and a yellow on there and do 365. I'm gonna go ahead and put my gloves on. I'm still not using a belt until I get to some heavy enough weight. My goal, the heaviest I've done, and laugh at me, laugh before I even say it. Heaviest I've done within these 80 some days is 315 or 320, one on. I don't remember. Also, I'm starting off with 135, starting all the way over. Yeah, you just did a 500 some pound deadlift. You can start higher than that. I can. I know. But forget all that. And I'm bumping into this thing right here. This gym, I don't like their squat racks. They're too narrow. The racks are too narrow. When I unrack and when I re-rack, I'm always bumping into it. And it really throws you off once you get some heavier and heavier weight on it. A lot of people, when I be explaining things, people think I'm complaining. No, I'm explaining. Everything counts. Everything matters. The heavier you put the weight on the bar, the more every little thing counts. Distractions, even if it's the bar, if it's people, it's yourself, whatever, can add to it. All right. I'm not gonna put 500-600 pounds on the bar and squat halfway down. No, I'm going all the way down, and that was awkward going down like that, and then a Kamehameha at the bottom because I don't have any counterweight on me. I was doing that without no weight, right? So that was 205. So I threw 50 more pounds on there. That is 255, 255 pounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and not even use my belt still because that's not heavy enough for me. So also my goal is to just keep lock my threes in within these last 100 days, right? I mean these last couple days of these 100 days, right? Last 15, 16, 17 days. I don't even know how many days I got. I think 16 days. I think this squat every day 84. I don't know. Easy weight. Then I crash into the rack coming back. Like I said, bam. That really throws me off. If I have 500 or 600 pounds on the bar, which I can't do right now, that'd have been very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So that's not even 300 pounds, and I feel shooken up by it. So I went and put some more weight on there. This is 295. Day one when I first started this squat every day, I couldn't do nowhere near this. I was at like 185. So 295, that's a whole 10 pounds. But let's do some math real quick. 315 plus 50 pounds, 365. That was my goal for the day. Minus what I'm doing now, 295. That's 70 more pounds. I don't see it happening. So let's do a little bit more math real quick. All right. This is all math. Lifting weights is math. 315 minus 295. So I'm adding 20 pounds to the bar from what I just did, right? Something like that. Or something. I don't even know. I just said that all wrong. What did I just do before this? I don't know. I think that scene was supposed to be after this scene. Something like that. So, oh, no, that's when I was doing 315. I did 295. So to do 20 more pounds is 315. So this went up decently easy. Not that easy, whatever. It should have been way easier. But remember, I've been squatting every day for 84 days. So I threw 315 on the bar. And the gym is about to close. The gym is about to close. It's 9 o'clock. So I'm kind of thinking about, should I even do this? Do I have time to focus? Do I have time to ready myself, get limber, focus on? It's a lot of things that go into lifting, all right? A lot of people say that's not even that heavy. For me right now, this is heavy. And my goal after these 100 days is to take a rest and then come back even stronger with my threes locked in. That way I can do sets of 300 and something pounds. And, even if it's like 5x5s or 4x, whatever it is. So, working my way back into the 400s, all right? Get on maybe a powerlifting program, something like that. Like I said, I'm coming back to my roots, all right? Last year, and I decided not to do it because I was thinking about the time and this and that and the third. That wasn't a fail. That was a decision not to do it. And, but going back to my roots, all right? Because my channel has been more of a physique type channel for the last couple years. But I started off, and my goal is to strength. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, and I feel like my potential was there because once I put the deadlift back on front burner, 600 and something is coming fast. Once I put bench press, when I eat a little bit more weight than I've been benching is coming fast. Getting back into my mid to late threes, who knows? I might be able to do 405 pounds one day on the bench press. naturally and over double my body weight. All right, I'm gonna gain a little bit of weight, but I'm not gonna gain a bunch of weight. And my squat has the potential to double from what y'all been seeing. I don't know if I could do 600 or something, but I'm saying 500 something gonna be in the bag as soon as I really get back in my bag. Comment, like, subscribe.